Hello, beautiful earth signs, and welcome to your April 2026 reading. My name's Marianne. This is Wildfire Tarot, where we journey through life's ups and downs, and tarot kind of helps us along the way. So if you've joined me from TikTok and IG, then you already have an idea of the beginning of this message. But if you've come here through my YouTube channel, then first of all, welcome. Do give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already and you enjoy this kind of video. Otherwise, I'm just going to recap the little message from IG, and then we will get stuck into the deeper dive. So what I was really feeling for you guys was actually the most beautiful energy. I'm feeling, as I said on my mini video, that you've really, I think I said, like, if there was a badge that you could wear, like a brownie badge or a scout badge that you could wear for relationships, you would be wearing it. I feel that you have had many different, with the Six of Cups here, you've had many different relationships, and each one of them has helped you to grow and has helped you to open your heart a little bit more to more and more love. Perhaps all of these relationships had different lessons for you, and you've moved through those, you've grown from them. You have a great deal of fondness and gratitude for those connections and for what you learned and for the people themselves, and that's beautiful. And with the Lovers here, I just feel that you are now in a position where you have, because you have done the energetic work that you needed to do with these karmic lessons, you've got yourself into a position where you're now ready for something real, ready for something that is true love, and that is a heart-to-heart connection, a spiritual connection, and also mind-to-mind. It's everything. It's a deep soul connection. You're ready for it now. You've done the work, guys. With the Ace of Cups on the bottom here, this is just, again, confirming the message that I'm feeling, that there are new beginnings that you are manifesting in now, just from being aligned, from the work that you've done. And you may have multiple opportunities for a new beginning in love. How beautiful is that, guys, for your April reading? I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know what was going to happen in your reading. But this is where we are. So with this reading, what we are going to look at is, first of all, what do you need to know about the month of April? We're going to look at what energy you are in and how that's impacting your surroundings. We're going to look at how the people around you see you and what potential challenges you might face and how you might navigate those. And then we'll look at some final guidance at the end from your higher self. And right at the end, we will do some oracle guidance as well from the spirit animal and the angel oracle. Okay, so let's get stuck in, guys. Oh, I'm so happy for you if you're watching this, because I do really feel like you're just ready for something now. It's been quite a series of trials for you in love, I feel. Okay, so let's go. What do we need to know? Oh, straight out. Oh my gosh, guys, the world. Yeah. This card is coming out so much in my readings at the moment. There is something about this month. There's just so much happening. There are huge cycles ending, huge cycles beginning. So what do you need to know? What do you need to know about the month of April with the world here? Do we need to know anything else about the world? What is this cycle you are ending? It's not really giving me... Oh, yes it is, as soon as I say it. What is this cycle you are ending? Okay, well, that's the question I asked. So we've got the Tower, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to go with the question I asked because I did actually ask what's ending and then I'll ask what's beginning. So what's ending for you is these Tower moments, right? I think you may have had a lot of these moments in your connections because that's kind of the theme of this reading for you specifically if you're watching this. The theme for you in April is around your love connections and your romantic life. And I feel like you have had all these Tower moments already. That's coming to an end. You've had many situations where, you know, you're with a person and then something happens that you weren't expecting and it just all falls down around your ears. And some of it's been quite dramatic, guys. I'm really getting that feeling from you. And I'm sure that you take it all in your stride because you are earth signs, but still, it's been a shocker. But there's an end to that. There's an end to Two of Swords energy, which is, indecisive, don't know where you're going, don't know what decision to make, kind of blinded to... It's always like you're always, with this energy, it's like you're always in the decision-making, kind of stuck and blinded, and you're not... How am I describing this? It stops you from moving forward. It stops you from making a decision because you can't actually see what's going on. And I feel like a lot of your relationships have been like that. There's not been a lot of truth there. There's been stuff that's hidden or you're not quite sure about. There's been people not being honest with you. And you just couldn't see the wood for the trees. But anyway, that's ending. No more of that. No more of that. No more Towers. No more Seven of Pentacles. Waiting for something to grow that is never actually going to grow. I feel like you've had connections where, sure, we talked about how you learned lessons through them, and that's beautiful. And I feel like you are obviously quite an old soul. You understand that everything is here to teach us, essentially. And if there's something that doesn't last, then we can still take something from that and learn and grow from it. And you have done that, but there's been many situations where you thought that it had the potential to grow into something bigger, and then it didn't, and you were just left waiting, disappointed. Like, when is this going to change? When are we going to, move on to the next stage of this? Is this always going to be this way? And I feel that you put a lot of love into it, a lot of nurturing, a lot of your energy into these connections, and just kind of having this hope that that would help them to grow. But I think oftentimes that's just how it is. Sometimes you can do all of that. It's just like with plants. You can do all of that and they still just don't grow because they're not in the right place, or it's not the right time, it's not the right season. And we just have to accept that, perhaps if we'd planted them at a different time or in a different place, they would have, thrived more with our care. But anyways, that's an end to that. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, this is interesting to me, but I feel like it's an end to you. The Queen of Pentacles is very independent. She doesn't need anybody. She is quite happy here on her own, she's chilled. She's enjoying her life. She's got this huge pentacle here. She's obviously not got any kind of issues with her mental health or anything. She's just got everything she needs. And the thing is, that's beautiful to be in an independent energy. But what the cards are saying, and the energy is saying, that in April, there's a cycle ending where you won't have to be this independent person anymore. You won't be sitting alone in the woods for long, guys, is what I'm feeling. So don't get used to that. You know, you better kind of open your eyes at some point. Right. Okay, right. So what is coming in then? What cycle is beginning for you? Oh, look, Page of Wands. Fun, adventure. But this is like a childlike energy of like seeing the world the way a child sees the world. You know, just this is my playground. There's no overthinking, there's no complication with children, with childlike energy. Good God, guys, look at this. I can't even. I'm literally like my whole body's got goosebumps. Page of Wands and the Sun, guys. Pure happiness, pure enjoyment. This is what's coming in for you. It's an end to all of this, and this is the beginning of the cycle that's coming in for you. Curiosity, playfulness, vivaciousness, excitement for things to come, and just an abundance of joy and pleasure and happiness. It's like, you know how you feel when you are just in the sun, just sat in the sun, you know, you've got no worries, everything's going really well for you in life, you're not working, you know, you're on holiday, but you don't have any chores, you're wearing really comfortable clothes, the sun is beaming down on you, and you just feel really good. And this is what's coming for you. This is the new cycle that's beginning. Wowzers. So that's what you need to know, guys. This crap is ending, and this is coming in. And you've earned it. You really have. So what energy are you going to be in during the month of April? What's going on for you? Strength, courage, fortitude. The Lovers wants to show itself again. The Two of Cups and the Page of Cups. Okay, again, there's this childlike vibe. It's like, so you're ready for partnership. Look what's on the bottom of the deck, guys. Are you kidding me? The Lovers. Are you kidding me? Honestly, you cannot make tarot up. It is just amazing. I'm just going to zoom in a bit, actually. I feel like we could go in a bit closer there. There we go. But then we can't see the plant. Oh, actually. There we are. I mean, all I can see, I'm really drawn to like the blue and the yellow. There's like throat chakra, but also there's solar plexus energy as well. This is really empowering for you. You are in an empowered, you feel confident is what I'm feeling. You feel confident about love, but also you are in page energy in that you're allowing yourself to, you know, be kind of like you are when you're a teenager in love. That kind of vibe, you know, you're letting all the worries of past relationships kind of melt away, and you're returning to this kind of childlike, yeah, I'm just feeling like teenager in love. You're open to Because sometimes, you know, when we've been through so many towers and so many like challenging experiences or heartbreak or loss or whatever you've been through, just tricky things to navigate in love, it can be very heavy on our heart. But I feel that you don't have that heaviness about you. There's a lightness. And it's because rather than, well, I do feel this is the universe stepping in, actually. There's just something about the energy in April and like what you've been through, that like the universe is kind of rewarding you with this new beginning, because the world that came out before, that is a major arcana. So that's not energy that you control. That is kind of universal energy. But yeah, you're ready for something. You're just open. It's beautiful. It's really sweet. I love it. It's like you just want to like hold hands with somebody and walk through the park, holding hands, eating an ice cream, you know? You just in that energy. It's very sweet. Oops. I want to see the plant again. Sorry, I'm going to lift up the camera again, guys. Just remove that. So I got this little plant and it looks like, look, it's like a little rosette. I love it. So, how do the people around you view you during the month of April? I feel like they're probably going to think you're on something. Like, what are they high on? Okay, they see you as Page of Swords. Tell me more about this Page of Swords. They see you as like a student of life. They see you as somebody who is on a kind of journey of, like a journey of learning about things. They see you as not giving much away. Yeah, I do feel there's like a secretive energy here. Page of Swords can be a spying, but this is how they view you. They think that you have this knowledge, or you're picking up some knowledge and you're not really revealing that to anyone. And with the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, they feel like you're just moving in a new direction. You're spinning your own Wheel of Fortune. That's how they feel. But the Empress, guys, what the hell? Yeah, they see you as very attractive and very self-contained, in charge of your destiny, but just kind of, they almost see you as protected. I'm getting that energy from it, like you're protected, like you've got some special, you know, purpose or destiny. And you may do, because if you're the sort of person that has had many lessons in this life, then it's likely that, you know, you came here to learn those lessons, which means you are probably an old soul, which means it's likely that you have some kind of, you know, purpose that you came here to fulfill. And that will be protected. Interesting. Okay. That's pretty cool. So people think highly of you. I think that a lot of people are changing their minds about you. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like they used to see you in a certain way and they're seeing you differently. 5 of Wands. Yeah, they used to see you as kind of like a bit like making... They didn't really take you seriously, but they see that you've changed with the Death card. They've noticed, they've watched your evolution, they've watched your journey, they've watched you go through all these trials and tribulations. And when they first saw you going through them, I feel like on the outside, whatever you were doing, perhaps to them, they didn't understand the choices that you were making. Oops, excuse me. What's that? They didn't understand the choices you were making. So they kind of thought, you know, they were watching you thinking, why on earth is she doing that? You know, or he. Why are they making those decisions? That doesn't make any sense to me. But then they've seen you go through some kind of transformation. They've watched this process and they've realized that you have got some sort of fulfillment from that. That you seem, you know, you seem kind of happier, you seem content, you seem like you don't have any weight on your shoulders. Why is the Six of Cups there? Sorry, this is still in How Do They See You? I don't know why I pulled more cards. I just felt to. Six of Cups, Judgment. Yeah, they see that you've kind of used your past connections, but this is about all the experiences you've been through in the past. They see that you've kind of come through those and that you've been rewarded with the Judgment card. Yeah, I do feel that. They see you as very loving as well. They see you as a queen, a Queen of Cups. Somebody with an open heart, generous of spirit. People think very highly of you. You may not realize that, but I don't think they used to necessarily. I think that they've changed their opinion because they've been kind of spying on you. Not spying, but, you know, just kind of paying attention. So I'm looking at now, what potential challenges do you face in the month of April? I'm not feeling that you have many, quite honestly. Knight of Wands and the Emperor. And the Knight of Cups. Do you know what challenges you face? The challenges you face is choosing between romantic partners. I'm not kidding you. That's what I'm feeling. You could read it as your energy. It's either, if you read it as your energy, the challenge that you may face is that you're going to struggle between being impulsive and then trying to have too much control in terms of your energy, which would make sense because April is kind of one of those months. There's a lot of Aries energy. There's a lot of impulsiveness. And then with the Knight of Cups, you kind of maybe want to overly romanticize things. I don't know. But the way I'm feeling it, with all the other cards that have come through, and with the context of this reading, is that your challenge in April is that you're going to have a lot of different energies coming towards you. So it's about discernment. There's one Emperor here who could be significant. This is quite a strong divine masculine energy. That's just an energy. It's not male or female. Remember that. But it also could be that you have, you know, party people coming in, you know, people who just kind of want to date you for a bit of fun, but they're not looking for anything serious. And then you've got Mr. Knight of Cups here who might want to, again, it's just energy. It's not male or female gender. But this person may want to make, you know, these lovely romantic gestures, and that could be quite sweet. So I feel like you've got varying levels of kind of soul connections which you'll be attracting, and you'll have the opportunity to explore those. Why is that a challenge? Magician. Why is the Magician there? Why is it a challenge? Because you've manifested this and you're like, maybe that's why it's hard for you to make a decision. You're like, I've been waiting for this for so long, you know, with the Magician, I've been manifesting it. 8 of Swords, yeah. You don't want to make a decision, but you know you have to. It's almost like you've got too many options now and you're like, gosh darn it, I've gone from where I was to having all these offers on the table. What on earth do I do with that? Okay, how do we overcome that challenge? I mean, it's not really the Hierophant. Some strong cards coming out for you guys. Okay, the Hierophant's about your values. So remember what's important to you. At the end of the day, chemistry and love and all of that is good. You can have all of that, but if that person's values are very different to your own, it's not going to work, is it? 9 of Swords. Why is the 9 of Swords there? Because this is your guidance, really. The High Priestess. Look at all these major arcana. Good Lord. Okay, trust your intuition. Do not get in 9 of Swords energy. Trust your intuition. Remember what's important to you. And I'm going to give you some wisdom from my beautiful friend who told me once when I was struggling to make a decision about how to communicate with somebody in a relationship that I was in. And she said, well, what do you want? And it just took me by surprise because I was, you know, I'd got so in my head that I hadn't even stopped to consider what it was that I wanted. And that kind of shifted everything for me. And sometimes we forget because we get into, you know, the connection and the other person and what it could potentially be. But essentially, the only thing that matters is what are your values? What's important to you in life? What makes you happy? And what beliefs do you have? How do you want your world to be? And does this person match that? Not in terms of like what they look like or where they're from or even their age or whatever, their culture, but more in terms of what are your underlying values, like the things that mean something to you. And do they kind of sort of go with that person? Is it going to work in a practical sense or not? That's the advice. That's the advice, guys, and I think it's good advice. Right, let's get some final guidance from your higher self, and then we're going to go get the oracles out. What's the final guidance? I'm feeling like I should pull another deck. Sorry, I don't know why. I'm going to, though, because I've been using the same deck for the entire reading. Final guidance. Okay, let me just cut it. Final guidance from your higher self. For the month of April. Page of Wands, curiosity. You're not gonna believe what's just come out. Okay, Page of Wands. What else have we got here? We have got, okay, embrace your curiosity, stay grateful for all the things you have around you, maintain your composure, your control, your masculine energy. Remember that you choose how these connections go, you know, or whether you want them in your life or whether they're going to turn into anything. The Lovers is about choice as well, but it is obviously the Lovers card, so it's about romantic connections and love. But it's like, can you see yourself living a life with this person? Can you see yourself flying along, and growing old together, and if that's what you want, and enjoying life together? Can you see that? And also, stay in your Empress energy, the cards are saying. Stay in your Empress energy of just vibing, just, you are attracting this. There's not really anything that you need to do in April, but you will have some choices to make. And that is another theme that is just all over my readings, all of my elements readings, all of my single readings. It's just a theme for April. But for you, it is specifically around love if you found this reading. Yeah, so you're going to have some choices to make, but you'll be cool with it. You just need to remain curious and open and flexible. Look how flexible that snake is. She's like, oh, I could go over here. I could go over there. What would this look like? And that's the approach that you're being guided to take in these connections. Be open, be flexible. Allow yourself all the different options. Allow yourself to date different people. And then consider if it's somebody that you can do life with, that you would like to see next to you, that's a companion. But other than that, guys, I think just vibe and chill as much as you can. Yeah, stay cool. That's a beautiful last guidance message. Okay, let's do the oracle. What is the oracle for you? What is the message from the spirit animals? Oh, I'm not the best at fanning these out, guys. I see some people do it so perfectly. Yeah. I wish I could do that. Maybe one day I will. Maybe I need to practice. But, oh look. Hummingbird spirit, be here now. That is a perfect one. Stay present. Oops. Stay in the present moment. You can't really go wrong with that, can you? So it's number 34. I'm going to read it from the book. The hummingbird's wings beat so swiftly it can hover in seeming stillness as it drinks deeply from a flower. Hummingbird spirit comes to remind you that the beauty and sweetness of life is in the eternal now, the timeless present. Here and now, you are becoming the person you wish to be, to have the experiences you wish to have. Focus your energy on the flower before you. Oh, for what you desire is being provided. Yes, there are blossoms everywhere. The choices can be dazzling. How perfect is this? Hummingbird Spirit's message is that you have no need to go about in search of something better, for all that you require and desire is before you. You will know this as you become still, feeling your connection to Spirit, who loves you unconditionally and will always provide for you. And then the protection message says, nectar is everywhere, but Hummingbird Spirit is here to remind you that flying from flower to flower and being all over the place wastes precious energy. Be still, be here, now, in the present moment, enjoying the sweetness and sustenance available to you. Focus on one flower today, just one. Nectar is there for you. And Hummingbird Spirit's message is that wherever you put your attention, there your energy flows. Are you focused on the sweetness or on finding something better somewhere else, always yearning and feeling that life is not enough and you are not enough? All you seek is right here, right now. Appreciate the present and you will see that you are where you need to be and enjoying what you are entitled to enjoy in this timeless and perfect moment. Oh my gosh, guys. I love it. I love the colours of that card as well, right? Very nice. Right, I'm going to do the angel cards. This is my new angel number oracle deck by the Pulp Girls. It's got really nice vibes. There we go, my rather interesting display. Oh, that's the one. Ooh, 1144, leveling up. Interesting. Well, you are definitely leveling up in the love department, according to this reading. Okay, oh my goodness, this is so perfect. The best decisions are made from a place of peace, of stability. Check in on your foundations. How are you keeping yourself grounded and centered? Are there any needs you may have been neglecting? Prioritize your inner work. Pour your whole heart into whatever it is you're working on. We promise all that labor will pay off in the long run. Any positive adjustments you can make to your habits helps to cultivate a life of greater happiness and reward. And it says, finding a center of stability and peace, doing the hard inner work, breaking up stale routines in favor of healing practices, and putting your heart into work you're proud of. And the affirmation says, I level up my life by changing one thing at a time. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? But I feel like with the hummingbird there, you know, it's just a repeating message of be in the stillness. I think because you're leveling up in love, I feel like this guidance, this card in particular, well, both of them together, but it's reminding you that to maintain where you are energetically, it's a reminder to just maintain those kind of spiritual hygiene practices where you are, you know, doing whatever you need to tap into your spirit, going out in nature, doing your movement practices, breath work, yoga, whatever you do, and staying connected in that way. That's what I'm feeling, guys. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful message. I am actually feeling called to, I'm just going to grab, I made my own little message cards. I feel like I want to pull one of those. I can't shuffle them because they're so big. I need to put them on smaller cards, but I'm going to just choose one that I feel. You can see them here, look, they're just on cards. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. Stop! Smell the roses. There you go. That's your message, guys. Smell the blooming roses. Okay, so there is a repeating message here, though, in the final guidance, isn't there? To be present and stay grounded and all of that. Be in your stillness, and that's where you're going to stay centered and stay connected to yourself, because it feels like there's a whirlwind coming in of activity and offers and opportunities, but just, you know, the guidance is that you don't really need to do too much other than vibe. Okay, guys, I think that's the end of the reading. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate every single person that comes in and even just views a bit of a video, whether it's a tiny bit or a whole bit. And thank you so much if you've liked my videos, if you're a subscriber as well. I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm so grateful for your energy. I will be offering lots more to subscribers in the future, but at the moment we are building up the channel to get to a place where we have, you know, a nice little community together. So if you are here, you are definitely part of my soul tribe, otherwise you wouldn't have been brought to this channel. So that's awesome. Anyways, if you did enjoy the message and any of it resonated, then I will always appreciate a like or a comment if you feel to. And if you haven't already subscribed and you would like to see more messages like this, then do click on the subscribe button. Otherwise, I hope and I wish that you have a beautiful April, and I think it's going to be a fun one for you guys. Let me know if anything exciting happens, because something's coming in and it's going to be beautiful. I'll see you soon.